One of last night's, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Get the rat catcher over, let's get him destroyed properly.
Yeah.
And get these things reset.
Whether this is the ultimate solution to the rat problem, only time will tell. There could be plenty of damage hidden away.
Unfortunately, we'll never know the full extent until we fire up this system.
While Dick is hot-foot on the hunt for rats, Bob is checking out some of his more decorative pillars. They've been designed to blend the very Western styling of the Venetian with some uniquely Asian elements.
There's a lot of Asian symbolism there. There's 9 fish, which represents a long life, a luck thing. There's a fish at the very top that's leaping out of the water. He's the lucky winner. There's symbolism that I don't even know about here that represents good luck, good health, long life. The hope there is that obviously people come to see the Western architecture, and when they come into the gambling areas, there's a comfort because they're surrounded by symbolism and things that they've grown up with that's comfortable to them while they're gambling.
And by the time Bob's finished, there'll be 68 pillars to make the punters comfortable, all hand-painted in China. One of the highlights of the interior is the shopping areas, which are being decorated to look like the streets of Venice, complete with water-filled canals and gondolas. Just a few short months ago, this area looked just like the rest of the site. Grey, characterless concrete. Gradually, it has been transformed. The ceiling has gone in. The facades have gone up. It's beginning to get that Venetian flavor that Bob's after. The idea is you'll feel you're wandering the streets outdoors, even when still inside the casino. So the illusion of an evening in Venice has to be perfect. Though not everything is to Bob's satisfaction yet.
I want to take away some of that whiteness. It's just too fresh, it's too new. We need to put 50, 100 years on it. I really want to nail this, Norvell, because I think if we nail this, you could do the whole thing tomorrow.
I can do it to this level.
Maybe add or brighten or something. We got to make it undulate somehow. Kill it, kill it.
Let that dry out now, or do you want to mess with it? Let's let that dry out.
It's still going to take some trying to get the aging effect Bob's looking for, and then to execute it over the whole mall. But with the schedule as it is, there's no time to get it wrong.
It's a bit much, yeah. I think, don't you think?
You mean to have it all everywhere?
We're going to go up for
It's the point of no return. Any decisions made now have to be final. Taking them, Matt Pryor, the project manager. And he's got a lot of ground to cover.
That's fine.
This is known affectionately as the wow space. Let's get those going, and that's approved, okay? Do a glass panel, some medallion thing in the middle, even better. I think it works well. Venetian, 100 years old. That's what we're aiming at. So let's get competitive prices on it so we know it's the right price. If I get you the area and the dimensions.
He has to get everything just right, because ultimately it's his neck on the line. Sometimes a whole feature just isn't good enough, and out it comes, even this late in the day. A brand new luggage system has been installed. It's needed because the distances inside the Venetian are so great. You check in at reception, and then your trek to the hotel begins. Meanwhile, the bags take a luxurious 285-meter ride below floor level. They don't need the full-on casino experience. Bob is now spending most of his days on site.
You know, I don't know if they're ever going to learn the lesson that what you pay for. You know, everybody wants to go with the cheap guy, and then you end up fixing it.
His philosophy is that if you invest in the craftsmanship now, it'll pay off later.
One of the other things that will define this resort from a lot of the other casinos is this depth of design, this depth of feeling and atmosphere. So you'll be able to come and literally spend 2 or 3 days, God forbid, not gambling, just looking at the beauty of it, looking and taking it all in.
While Bob's looking at the buildings, his assistant, Paul Duggan's looking at the sky, and he's not happy.
The clouds, fantastic job, but under our finished light conditions, we can see all of this three-dimensionality coming out from the previous trade contractor who installed the board. And again, to contract, he was meant to perform a level 5 finish, which means it must be flat.
A bumpy sky doesn't cut the mustard, even if sprinkler caps are a necessary compromise. The biggest of all the skies in St. Mark's Square, or the casino version of it, has to be wholly redone.
We're looking at, optimistically, about a 20-day program.
It's an expensive undertaking, but worth it to ensure the illusion remains in place and the visitors below never awaken from its magic. And in the pursuit of perfection, sometimes all that glitters really is gold.
Just in the ceiling alone in this casino, there's 3 million pieces of gold leaf. We have about 60 people here at the present who do nothing else all day but pad on gold leaf.
The entrance lobby and the long colonnade are where most visitors will have their first contact with the Venetian experience.
Contrast at the edges. You know, see that's real white, so you don't get that real pop. We'll go over to the dome, take a look at the dome and see what's going on with it. We got to get this dome done to get everything else happening, and what we've had on the dome is we've had an adhesion problem with the texture. It could potentially hold up the opening of the casino, so we've got to come up with a solution.
All right, let's run up. I got a split.
The wow space, the central atrium of the casino, has been filled with scaffolding. It's a moment of truth. The murals are going up.
This is I think the most difficult piece because of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
In the end, the murals have been digitally reproduced from the originals rather than using real painters to paint copies.
I mean, the initial intention was to have the artwork done hand-painted by artists, but the sheer scope, the massive amount, we've got over 800 murals that have to happen on the job site.
Italian experts have been called in to supervise their mounting. In total, they will place 6,500 square meters of carefully reproduced painting. Rapidly, the casino is taking shape. The final date has been set for the opening, an auspicious one, 28th August. In Chinese, it signifies easy money. It's always as well to be on the right side of fate. And outside, the taps go on for the lagoon. A total of 23,490 cubic meters of water, 9.4 Olympic swimming pools are needed to fill it. Bob has lost his battle over the lining color, though. It isn't green. Nonetheless, this is an important step. The Venetian is coming to life.